Hello and welcome to the Outside Line podcast. I'm Pip.
And I'm Emma.
And we're here to talk about all the serious and silly aspects of Formula 1 and IndyCar and Formula E and other motorsports. So Emma, do you like cheese?
Do I like cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, cheese is alright. Why?
Well, because it was the IndyCar in Wisconsin.
Ah, the home of cheese.
They're obsessed with cheeses, and I don't know if you watched any of the warm-up or free practices in IndyCar, but Will Buxton couldn't stop talking about cheese.
Well, he's a weird man.
Yes.
But I can imagine he is a bit of a cheese lover. He does have that air about him.
He sure does, yeah. It was quite funny to hear T-Bell attempting to pronounce some English cheeses. It was good. But yeah, big cheeseheads over there, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's start with Weekly Noise, but I don't really have anything except, did you happen to see K-Mag racing in NASCAR?
I saw the aftermath of K-Mag racing in NASCAR.
Yeah, so...
It's been making friends.
Yeah, this guy, obviously I've never heard of him, maybe you follow NASCAR a bit more, but a guy called Noah Gragson or something.
Never heard of him.
No, from what I've read on the internet, he's like a bit useless, like nobody really likes him. And yeah, he has a reputation for being a dick. So yeah, he tried K-Mag took him out basically, but I think it was probably his fault. And yeah, I've seen clips of him brake checking K-Mag earlier, so yeah, it's a real fuck around and find out situation. So yeah, that was funny. But
I enjoy K-Mag as a person.
I
think that his aggressive nature is what makes him a good driver. I like the fact that this NASCAR driver has seemingly gone, here's a new guy I can bully.
Yeah.
Obviously not realising who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And K-Mag gives as good as he gets, so
yeah,
let's fuck around and find out, man.
Yeah, in the end, K-Mag, he came 27th.
Yeah.
But apparently, he had the fastest lap, which was way faster than anyone else. So I guess, yeah, he said he took him a while to get used to the car, but once he figured it out, he was fast. So maybe we'll see him again. That could be good. Preempting things a little bit, I also wanted to mention that this was potentially a good weekend for Andretti. Because Seb Weldon is leading Freck. There was some Freck this weekend. He's still leading that, although he got a P2, which was his best result. But and then in the Indy Next races, they got a 1-2 in race 1.
Nice.
And in Formula E, they were first and second in the qualifying. So it was all set up for... a big day for Andretti on Sunday, wasn't it? But yeah, we'll see if any of that comes to fruition, will we? So I thought we'd start with IndyCar.
Yeah.
So it was the Road America course in Elkhart, Wisconsin. Proper race course. Really nice road course. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it.
So it was good race there, I think. Normally. Qualifying, not much to say. Grosjean was out for blood because he ran into one of his pit crew apparently in one of the free practices, and then he was he took somebody out. He pushed someone off, so he was messing around. But yeah, not much to say. Just that. Well, I'll just give you the top 6, which was Palou, of course. Then Malukas, then Armstrong, then Felix Rosenquist, then Ericsson, then Scotty Mack. So, yeah, I mean, both the Meyer Shanks up there, that's sort of interesting.
Yeah. I don't know, I think they've kind of figured it out this year.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Fro getting the Indy 500 and he's been getting good results. Is it about time for Marcus Armstrong to get some good results?
Yeah.
Not preempting anything at all.
Yes. Well, a lot of the chat about them is about that maybe one of them won't be there or neither of them will be there next year. So who knows what's going to happen. But they both kind of needed a good weekend. So yeah. Right, let's just move on to the race. So 55 laps, meaning it's
Yep.
about a 3-stop, or basically it has to be a 3-stop. There's no real choice.
Yeah.
You have to run both the hard and the soft, of course, as usual, on the road courses. So basically, that was the only real strategy: was do you start on hard or do you start on soft? And well, as usual, doesn't make much difference.
Doesn't make a difference because
Um,
the tires are the same.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should bring in Firestone should bring in, like the different compounds, like an F1
Hmm.
that like
It's not even that. They've just made two very good tires that don't really have much of a difference in them. They need to make worse tires. Is
yeah,
the answer.
they need the soft to be
It
faster
needs to go
for
off.
shorter time. It needs to go off.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, yeah. So that was the only strategy choice. Meyershank split the strategy, so Fro started on the hard and Armstrong on the soft.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was basically it. I also wanted to mention Newgarden. He has to drive like a
Yes.
normal person, meaning they made such a big deal out of it. He's like, he's been, you know, racing for 20 years. He could only possibly brake with his left foot. So it's like, no, I mean, surely he drives a car normally as well. Like, it's not like it's unheard of.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were really hyping him up for being able to, drive like anybody else would.
I just think that he's being really stubborn and refusing to not drive when every week they're like, Joe, you could just not drive.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
simply, you do not have to do your job if you're ill.
yeah,
And he's like, no.
yeah, yeah.
And they're
Exactly.
just like praising him like he's some kind of fucking martyr when he's not. It's like, my
Yeah,
guy's choosing to do this to himself.
exactly. Yeah, don't
Like,
tell me that. Oh, he must be in pain now. No.
and he chose to be in pain.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he could be at home with his feet up,
Yeah,
resting like a normal person. But no, he's chosen to martyr himself here to the cause of IndyCar.
yeah,
I have no sympathy for him at all.
yeah. He just wants to
I'm
look
glad
like
he's in pain.
tough guy. Okay. Anyway, let's start the race. Unfortunately, I missed the first 2 laps. I think
I
you also
unfortunately missed
them.
the first 20
Yeah.
laps. So,
So
yeah.
I don't know exactly what happened, which is funny, but Dixon and
Who
Lundgaard
knows
had
how
it
it
coming
started?
together, which
Hmm.
Lundgaard had to pit, and then he's in dead last. So,
Yeah.
yeah, not a good start for him.
Yeah. End of the race for him, right?
For sure. No way.
Yeah.
No way he comes
No
back from
way.
there. Then there was some, I would say, there was a little moment between Malukas and Rosenquist that they were fighting for P2. But, I mean, basically what happened is Malukas defended him, and then they came on the radio and said, like, you got to hit your fuel numbers because
Hmm.
it is a 3-stop, and the only
Yeah.
choice you have is do you do 13 laps or 14 laps? Like, so basically, like that was it, right? That they all had to just go into a line and hit their fuel numbers, at least for the first stint. So not a whole lot
Yeah.
happened
Boring.
until basically the end of the stint. Rosenquist and the hard tires, obviously the tires were finally a little bit better now. So lap 12, he does finally pass Malukas, but yeah, I mean everybody's just about to pit, so I don't know. It wasn't that like for a really exciting race. Not a
Yeah.
whole lot happened.
The first stint was a bit rubbish.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
then lap 14, we get the first pits for Palou, Malukas, Kirkwood, Scotty Mack, Armstrong, all of them. Right. They all pit, but Grosjean,
Hmm.
he pits, and then I guess they didn't put his wheel on properly because his wheel comes flying off.
Great. Typical.
So, and of course, under the new rules, because
Hmm.
the stewards are really hard on this now. Or the race director, whoever's in charge of it, is just like, right, full course yellow immediately, and pit lanes
Pit's
closed.
closed. Yep.
So yeah, this yeah, this catches a few people out. So a lot of people have to do an emergency pit stop. So Lundgaard, who was right at the back, makes up 7 places from that. So
Hmm.
nice for him. And then
Yeah.
Felix Rosenquist, he pits a lap later and he just gets in just
Yeah.
before the caution, and so he
Ooh,
gets to pit,
very lucky.
and he comes out just ahead. Like they have to have like a sort of slow motion kind of photo finish as they cross the whatever the line is that determines it, and
Yeah.
he's just ahead of Palou, so he ends up, jumping Palou for the lead. So
Nice.
we're thinking yes, because obviously, I mean, I'm not totally anti Palou, but I just want the races to not
I
be
am.
like, yeah, I know you are.
Did you see the person who was there camping and they had a sign that said "Just say no to Palou"?
Yeah, yeah. Palou
And
went
then
and
Alex
signed it.
saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went and signed the sign. He gave him a hat that said "Say yes to Palou." Like, I'm not buying into your propaganda. If I have a sign that says "Just say no to Palou" and you come over, I'm going to say no. Go away, Alex Palou. You
Yeah.
can't influence me with your propaganda and your nice personality.
Oh,
Get out of here.
yeah. So it's good. It's good somebody is ahead of Palou at least,
Yeah,
because we might get, well, at least
so
he'll have to
slightly
work for
different.
it a little bit.
Yeah.
So also good news for, it must be Ericsson is up there, and Armstrong. So they kind of jump a few places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should also mention Dixon. He he went into the pits when they were closed.
Oh,
Didn't pit, but you get screwed
still
anyway.
get a penalty.
You get sent to the back if you do that.
Yeah.
So just unlucky for him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the safety car goes on forever. I don't know why. It took so long. Like, because I mean Grosjean, like, he spins because his tire comes off, but then he goes back on three wheels.
Yeah.
So he doesn't make it back to the pits. So I don't know what they're checking. What are they? Like, they have to get the tire. Yes, it's in the gravel, but
Yeah.
it goes on for ages and ages. So
Mm.
it was annoying. I'd also say in the UK coverage, when the Americans take a break, Tom
Yeah.
Gaymore comes on and does a bit of commentary, and he said because the safety car just kept going on, like they kept cutting back to him because the
Mm.
Americans taking so many commercials, and he starts saying, "Well,
Yeah.
I'm really earning my pay tonight." But in fairness,
Well,
he did have to do a lot of commentary because also I don't know, there was some problem or something, but he starts commentating then on top of it. It's like when the race gets going again, for some reason they don't return
yeah.
to the Fox coverage. So yeah. Anyway, that was interesting. Yeah, he can do it. He can commentate if he has to. Does a good
Yeah.
job.
I like it, but there's a lot of people I've seen online say they don't like the way that he speaks, which I think is a terrible, you can't help that. But they think he has like a really weird cadence when he speaks, but I like it. I enjoy the way that he speaks. Sometimes I think he says a bit like stuff that's a little bit useless, but he's doing it for an audience of people who usually watch F1.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's kind of dumbing it down for people or over explaining stuff. The one thing I don't like about his commentary bits is when people write in and say, "Can you shout out this person?" I hate that. It's not a radio show. No one cares.
I'm always tempted to see if I can get him to shut you out. Just because you'd just be sitting
Horrible.
there and what?
I'd be sat there fuming.
Yeah. Anyway, that would be good.
Never do it.
Anyway, race gets back underway. Then, well, nothing happens till the next round of pit stops, and Pillow, as is his kind of his new style, is pitting early because
Yeah.
he wants to get the look of the safety car coming out, and he gets to jump ahead. So he's always pitting early, whereas everybody else leaves it a lap or two for some reason.
Yeah.
And it turns out Pillow, well, is right to do it because sure enough, we get another caution. Rasmussen comes to a stop on the
Yeah,
track.
but let's point out that Palou pits, but he is over the speed limit.
Yeah, I was going to
and
mention
he gets
that.
a penalty
Yeah,
for this, for
yeah.
being in the pit lane.
He finally.
So he has to do a drive-through penalty.
Yeah.
And then the caution comes out.
Yes, yeah,
again,
you're right.
And it means nothing. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yet again, Palou gets away. Like, even though he makes a mistake and is speeding, he
Still gets away with it.
basically gets away with it because he doesn't drop to the back like he should have to, basically. So, it really helps Palou. It also
There's
helps a few other people, including Rossi,
yeah.
Rasmussen's teammate. So,
hmm
you know, Gamo was suggesting that they were going to be investigated for cheating, basically.
A lot of people have been saying it.
Hmm.
A lot of the drivers have been saying it. A lot of the commentators have been saying it. It's it is very suspicious,
Yeah, so
and like the radio and stuff like that. Apparently, they've been told they aren't allowed to stop if it's a hybrid issue or something. Like there's some rule around that.
yes, because they changed the amount of hybrid that you have to use or something,
Yeah,
and they claimed, or at least this is what the Fox team told us, was that that shouldn't happen anymore. You shouldn't have to stop like
yeah,
that anymore. So
yeah.
yeah, they blamed, yeah. So Rasmussen's team, they blamed the hybrid, but yeah, very bit suspicious.
It is very suspicious.
But anyways, yeah, well, and this completely changes the race.
hmm
Well, loads of people. So first of all,
Lots of people.
Armstrong and Malukas and Rossi and Power and Rahal and Simpson and Foster, they have all made their way to the front now. Pillow,
hmm
as you said, gets away with his mistake. He's there in what, P8 now. And then you've got Grosjean, then Mick Schumacher, and then we get Rosenquist, who was the leading. So yeah,
Yeah.
completely changes things. Award as well. He's another one who goes into the pit lane when you shouldn't, and then gets sent to the back. So
hmm
his race is screwed then.
Yeah.
So yeah, so completely changed. Armstrong up ahead now. We do go green for a little bit, but people are so like elbows out in the two laps that they call another caution for debris, um,
yeah.
which I don't know was totally necessary. They seem to be very bit overcautious
They're
now, but
overly cautious with it. Yeah.
yeah,
But I think it's due to the nature of that track. So they don't have a lot of crash fences around that track.
yeah,
So if a bit of debris gets kicked up by a tyre, it's going into the crowd, it's going towards a person.
yeah,
And you really don't that's a thing you need to be very careful of. So I think it's not that they were overly cautious there, I think they were the right level of cautious.
okay, okay,
Just because of the nature of the track with it being a lot like open.
mm-hmm.
If someone had hit that and it had exploded into a load of pieces and all those pieces went into a marshal's eyes, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I do know what you mean, but normally in IndyCar, they don't mind if that happens.
I don't really care,
Yeah,
but yeah.
but now they do care. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, okay. So they do have the caution for a few laps, and then we go back to green again. Well, not too much happening here. Pillow isn't making his way up like we thought he might.
hmm
Will Power is fighting him, which is fun. Even though he's dropping back a little bit as well, actually. But anyway, now we get to the final pit stops. So, what, like 14, 13 laps to go. We start to see
hmm
people pit. Pillow goes
Yeah.
early again,
Yeah.
but this time his gamble doesn't pay off because basically he doesn't get any good undercut because I think he's
Yeah.
got a little bit too early that the fuel save he needs to do, he doesn't, like, he just doesn't make up really any
Doesn't
places.
benefit.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Rossi, who is suspicious how he got up there, he has quite a bad pit stop, so he kind of
yeah.
yeah kind of falls out of the running anyway
Karma.
for a podium, possibly. Yeah. Then I mentioned Lundgaard earlier, right? Because obviously, you know, wouldn't mention him if he didn't become significant. I don't know
hmm
how he does it. Like he made up a few places, yes, under the safety cars, but he's still way behind. And
Yeah.
then somehow 12 laps to go, he pits just, one or two laps after everybody. But somehow he's back up, or he's up towards the front. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
No idea.
Yeah. Everybody else who pits at that stage comes out way behind.
Yeah.
Like Award, Award is on a different strategy because of all his penalties. But he's basically the last to pit, and he doesn't help him at all. So
hmm
I don't know how Lundgaard's done it, except
Yeah.
what he was just rapid or something. No, he must have. I mean,
Just
he
maybe
obviously
really
is.
big in lap, really big out lap.
Oh, it's not.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't.
Even then, that doesn't explain.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, who
Um,
knows?
so he does come out P2 effectively behind Armstrong, but then Malukas passes him on quite
Hmm.
an aggressive pass on the grass, which was fun.
Yeah.
But obviously Lingard is, well, one, he's rapid and his tyres. I think he's on the soft tyre for the last couple of laps. So
Hmm.
in principle, there might be some advantage there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he does eventually pass Malukas again with 7 to go. And
Hmm.
Armstrong's ahead. But Armstrong's looking pretty comfortable. He's got quite a lot of push to
Yeah.
pass. I'd say this is looking good for his first win, right?
Yes, I was all in. I was all in on Mouseboy first win, and then
And then
heartbreak.
his engine goes bang. But
Engine
engine goes
explodes.
bang, white smoke pouring out of the back of it. But for
Hmm.
some reason,
It keeps
he
going.
keeps going, and he gets off track
Yeah.
sensibly. But still, they call the full course yellow.
Yeah.
Again, bit 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 trigger happy there to call
A
the,
little bit trigger happy,
because
but
yeah, he was moving and he was, yeah. And I guess they want to go out and check maybe that there's no oil or something like,
maybe.
but yeah, still a bit. Anyway, it does mean that, well, we get the famous. It seems to happen all the time in IndyCar. The green white
The
checkered.
green white checker, yeah.
So one lap to go basically, and the race restarts.
What a
Um,
lap, by the way.
craziness! What a
The,
total craziness!
yeah.
So we don't. I don't even see. I don't see it happen. But in the background, you see a McLaren spinning out, and it turned out
Hmm.
it was Nolan Siegel, and
Seagull.
it turned out it was John Yu did that to him. So I think the race coverage was a bit. It must have gone on too late because they basically ended as soon as the race ended. Like
Yeah.
so, they left a lot of stuff unexplained. So
Hmm.
it turned out, yeah, Newgarden did that to Siegel. Newgarden got a 30-second penalty, which
Oh,
dropped him down like a
yikes.
lot. Like he was like
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 9. Um,
Hmm.
so with his broken foot, it's still a pretty good result. And
Yeah.
yeah, 30-second penalty. He's way down. But the bigger incident was then Will Power is fighting Ray
Yes.
Hall for P3.
Yeah.
Power looks faster. He
Hmm.
does overtake Ray Hall, but then somehow goes wide or goes off track, and then that lets Ray Hall back ahead. And so I guess
Hmm.
Power is a bit angry with himself, so he tries again,
Yeah.
and well, there's contact, and Ray Hall goes into the wall.
Yeah. Poor
Now
Graham. I felt so bad for him.
yes. Well, let's talk it. Let's talk it through. What do you think of this? Do you think? Well, whose fault would you put the blame at, or would you say
I
racing incident?
mean, I think racing incident, to be honest, because I think they were both driving angry.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
bit tricky.
it's hard to tell who was at fault. I think it was both of them.
So I think
So that's what you say racing incident.
Ray Hall definitely moves after
Mm,
braking commences, which is a no. I think Power is a bit optimistic to think that, like, he's coming from a long way back.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it was a long.
bit optimistic, and then I don't know if he would have made the corner. He might have taken himself. Yeah, it's hard to
Mm,
say. I would
it's
say the
yeah.
blame is a bit more on Ray Hall, but also the way he blamed Power afterwards, I thought was like, yeah,
Yeah.
not cool, and
Yeah, I think
uh,
they're both as bad as each other in this.
a bit. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think Ray Hall actually did. It's not
Did
clear.
he
I don't understand.
admit
No,
responsibility?
no, no.
Probably
Of
not.
course not. No. He actually said, "Yeah, I
Yeah.
was blocking. What are you going to do about
Yeah.
it?" They don't publish like an F1 the kind of the stewart's reasoning. They just have this little
Yeah.
one line that just says what the penalty is, and for
Hmm.
his, it said penalty Ray Hall blocking, then no further action. So I think it means basically he
You're just
was.
allowed to do that, though,
You're not.
I guess.
Yeah, it is a sort of
Although
grey
it's the
area in
same as like
IndyCar.
pushing someone into the wall so that they fly in the air. You're allowed to do that as well.
Yeah, IndyCar, they have a...
You talk about the steward being inconsistent in Formula E, but this this is worse, I think.
Yeah, well, I think here they would have given Rahal the penalty, except he'd, crashed out anyway, so they were like, no
Took
point.
himself out, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I think that's the thing with IndyCar, is that they take into account, like, what happens after.
Yeah.
So if you do smash someone into a wall and they don't, like, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're like, it's all right. You're all right. You can have, like, a small penalty for that.
Yeah.
But if you take someone out, or if you take yourself out doing it, then they don't need to penalise you because you've done it to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very, very much a consequences-based
yeah.
sort of punishment system.
Yeah, which, I mean, maybe a little bit of common sense there, but also...
Maybe, but...
Probably you do want them to, like, if someone does something and...
I think it's less about that. It's more about just consistency.
Well, yeah.
You'd want,
Anyway, so let's see if you realise this, because I didn't realise it. Did you make a note of who came third?
Nope.
Well, on track, and the way the Fox people left it, Simpson was P3.
Yeah.
So you're like, wow, Simpson, wow, that's like an amazing result for him. However, what I discovered afterwards is that because the caution came out, it reverts back to some timing line before that or something, right?
What?
So Will Power, even though he finished...
Oh my God.
Even though he finished P6, he actually gets P3. He actually gets the podium.
What? That's shocking.
That's the rules, apparently, that when there's when there's a last lap,
when they finish under a caution,
it basically
goes back to
the last timing line before the incident occurred.
No, that can't be right.
I think so. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think
then you could just take people out.
Well, you would get punished then, wouldn't you? I mean,
would you?
Well,
would you come third? It seems to have worked for Will Power.
You just got to be very, very clever about how you take someone out.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same rule in F1. I think it's that it reverts back.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was like, I saw the official results and I was like, what? Power didn't like what?
Yeah.
So turned out was a good weekend for Andretti in IndyCar.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
Poor Kiffin Simpson.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah, kept it clean, did nothing wrong. Came P3 on the road, but didn't actually count.
Yep.
Great.
I mean, it's still P4.
Like Pierre Gasly all over again.
Yeah, let's have a look. Simpson's results this season. Where is he? Oh, I've just scrolled down so far. Oh my goodness. His best result up until yesterday was P9. So still P4 is still pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
He should be happy. But
anyway. Yeah.
So the order is obviously did I mention it? Lundgaard, I mean, he inherited the lead after Armstrong's engine went bang, so he didn't have any problems. He pulled away from Malukas then, so so it finishes Lundgaard, Malukas, Power, Simpson, Palou, Rossi, McLaughlin, Felix Rosenquist, Ferrucci, and then Kirkwood sneaks into the top 10. Yeah, so another win for Lundgaard.
Yeah.
He overtakes Award in the championship points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've been looking at the internet, but a lot of people are like, is it now time to make for McLaren to make him number one?
It's not now time. It's never now time.
Well, one, they don't really have number ones anyway.
They don't have number ones in IndyCar. But also, Pato O'Ward is still the most popular driver. So...
Yeah, well, I mean...
If you're going to make a number one driver, you want to pick the one that people actually like, and not the weird guy that no one likes.
Not the one who's going to win races.
I don't care. Daniel Ricciardo never won many races, but he was still the most popular driver.
Yeah, and is he number one at McLaren?
He was briefly for a time.
Well, yeah. Although, it turned out rookie Lando Norris was actually the number one. Right. Yeah, but still another win for him. Like
Yeah.
he looked out of it all weekend. He did not look on
Mhm.
pace. Even like Siegel looked like the best McLaren. Like something
Yeah.
was weird was going on, but
Yeah, quality Siegel putting it up there. I was like, excuse me,
yeah. So yeah, second win,
not meant to happen.
fourth podium of the season for Lundgaard. I mean,
Hmm.
it's not gone pretty well. Even though
Yeah.
I would say Award is for sure still the better driver, but
Well, what is the better driver? The problem that Pato's having is that he's getting screwed on strategy and decisions and just shit that's out of his control.
yeah,
And like the car setup being like slightly off or whatever. And yeah.
yeah, and also I mean Lundgaard got a huge slice of luck here. I mean,
Yes,
as
yeah,
well.
he was
So
very lucky.
um, yeah, same with Pillow. We talked about it before, right? That he has some sort of time machine that lets him kind of like always get the best luck. You
Hmm.
know, he is still, he didn't get a win, he didn't get a podium, but still P5 after having to do a drive through
Yeah,
is,
still
yeah,
still consistent points.
incredible luck for him.
Hmm.
Um,
Horrible.
then, well, Malukas, he moves to P2 in the championship. That's his third P2 in 5 races, so he really loves P2s, doesn't he?
Well, he needs to. I need him to win.
Yeah.
Did you hear that he's trying to do another nickname? He's going to do Chef Dave.
Oh, what? No.
That's what Will Buxton said. Chef Dave.
Uh,
Let him cook or something like that.
oh, no.
Yeah. No.
No.
Agreed.
Okay. Anyway, that's
Hmm.
IndyCar. I mean, sad for Armstrong. Should have been
I'm
his, but
so gutted for it. He should have won.
yeah.
So gutted.
But crazy race, really. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, a lot of randomness. Speaking of randomness, will we move to Formula E?
Well, yeah. Let's.
Because
Oh
my
dear.
my God,
Formula E.
yeah. I mean, Formula E
My God.
is random. Is random. Like,
So, Formula E, obviously, was on early in the morning times. And I got spoiled for who came
oh,
P3.
all right, okay.
Um, and I was like, oh my God, I'm furious. But like, obviously, we know who came P3. So my brain is going, I know who's starting P4 in this race. So perhaps this is a good
Oh,
omen. Perhaps this is good. This is a good thing. Perhaps I will have a good weekend and a good time. Um, but yeah, but I mean, halfway through the race, knowing who came P3 and looking at him being there in P16, going, how the fuck has this happened? Formula E, ladies and gentlemen.
yes, yeah, crazy. Anyway, so it's Langsing, Sanya, E-Prix.
Sanya.
So they did race there one time before in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it's the Florida of China,
Oh,
which I think
oh,
is an
nice.
insult. Actually, it's not. Anyway, I think they just mean that it's hot and sweaty.
Yes.
So it was 30,
Yes, a humid
33
place.
degrees
Mm.
yeah, air temp there. So
Oh, I saw loads of interviews with Dan, and he was like, "I hate this weather. This is the worst weather ever." And I'm like, "If you come home, it's exactly the same, mate." Like,
yeah, yeah. So, well, I mean, go through quali really quickly.
hmm Didn't watch it.
Yeah, I did watch it. I watched it actually before
I
the
didn't.
race. Just
Yeah, I didn't bother.
well, just anyway. What I did like is that by coincidence there was no teammates in the groups. If you know what
Oh,
I
that's
mean.
good. I like it when that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's such a weird. So they set the groups taking the odd and even in the championship, and
Hmm.
just yeah, by really weird quirk, like no teammates were next to each other, or even
Mm,
all even all odd. So yeah,
yeah,
I really like that
that's
because I
cool.
hate when teammates meet each other in like the
In the
quarters or
groups.
in the
Yeah.
group. So group one, Drugovic, Barnard, Evans, Cassidy got through. Group two, Verline, De Vries, Ticktum, and Dennis got through. Maloney crashed into the wall in this one.
Oh, pussy.
Basically, we got to an all Andretti final. So Dennis versus Drugovic. Dennis came out on top. I will mention Ticktum. I don't think he was as fast as the Andretti's, but he was good. But he does. He did make an error at this,
the spin
at this one turn, which he also has an incident at that turn in the race as well. So something not right. Something he doesn't like about that one. I also mentioned Barnard got into the shootout. And he was 1 millisecond slower than Evans in the quarterfinal. Like basically as close as you can be and not still get knocked out. So I mean some signs that maybe could be some improvement there. But
I hope so, because I know I've disowned him as my child and everything, but like I would like to see him do well, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want him to be cast aside because I do think he's decent.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes, let's talk about the starting grid because there were some penalties here, including Degrassi. Do you know how many grid place penalty he had?
Oh, probably like 20 or something.
40.
Oof. Yeah.
I think it was so bad actually that they convert some of them into a drive-through basically. So
it's that bad.
I think he had to start the race and then immediately do a drive-through. So he's like immediately out of the race. That
feels a bit wrong.
Yeah, it seems a bit mean, but
that feels a bit mean.
40 places is 40 places, I suppose. You know.
Like also they should do that in F1 as well. Like if you replace all your power unit stuff and you have to start at the back, you should have to do a drive-through if it's like over 20 places or something.
Yeah. Because
you can't go any further back.
But then wouldn't you just like immediately retire the car because you're like, what's the point of this?
Well, that's probably why they don't do it in F1 because they have like the diva kind of drivers that would do that and be like, oh, I can't be bothered anymore. But they do it in Formula E, and you know for a fact that Dan Ticktum would do that.
Oh yeah. Speaking of
he would be like, oh, there's no point anymore.
But Degrassi,
man constantly wants to retire the car.
You know, all he needs is a red flag, or a safety car, and he's back.
Ooh, fingers crossed.
Yeah. So starting grid, they started it like way far away from actual start. I like it when they do that because I don't like the burnouts actually. So I like it when they trundle along to the actual grid. Two things to note here: Verline went in the wrong box,
wrong slot,
but managed to get it, managed to get away with it basically. Then the start was delayed for a bit because there was a bunch of crap left on the dummy grid. It turned out it was Jev's Citroen that left it there. Like sort of covers for the wheels, so that the team got a $2,500 penalty fine. But anyway, does get going then. Really clean start. I mean, it's always a bit of a surprise in Formula E, just because one, the driver's a bit crazy, and two, like the course is always, the corners are always quite narrow and. Even going 2x2 is tricky going through them, so it doesn't.
You say the drivers are crazy. Do you actually mean the drivers are not good?
Well, I don't know. It's always hard to say how good or bad they are, but yeah, that's sort of what I mean.
Yeah. I don't think they're the best.
The thing is, I don't like Formula E is so crazy, and like because of the the peloton racing style. They actually have to be really good at not hitting each other. I think they just put in so many tricky situations that they do cause a lot of crashes. But relative, to how many they could crash, or relative to how many bad situations, they're actually really good at avoiding each other. So, I
think it is like a experience sort of thing. Like you put a bunch of like F3 drivers in Formula E.
Yeah.
They ain't getting around the first corner.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So they are this weird thing.
They're good in some way, but not in others.
Yeah. I think, percentage-wise, they have less chance of crashing than like in F2. It's just
Mhm.
that, they're putting a lot more situations. Anyway, it is a pretty good start for Verline. He makes up some places. De Vries, he drops back quite a bit. I think he got hit by somebody. The Andretti's, they stay ahead. And do you remember that F1 manager game?
Yes.
That there was a thing you could do in that, which was basically if you had 1-2, you could
Yeah.
tell the person to like attack but not overtake, and then they
Yes.
would like go side by side all the time, and then
And then
nobody
drop back.
and then drop back, and nobody could overtake them.
Mhm.
That's essentially
Mhm.
what the Andretti's did. Is that
Yeah.
they went round pretty slowly, but
Mhm.
then sort of pretended to overtake, Drogovic pretended to overtake, and so blocked anybody else from overtaking.
Yeah.
And it's essentially a really good strategy because Dennis led most of the race for most of the start of the race, but then he didn't have way less energy, which is what normally happens
Mhm.
if you lead the race for a long time. So they're actually doing it like sensibly, it turned out.
Mhm.
Now, still, there's still churn, right? So lap 6,
Yeah.
Verline decides he's going to move up to the lead. So he passes Ticktum and Evans and Drogovic and Dennis and gets the lead 2 laps later. And then he's like, I'm putting a stop to this nonsense. I'm going to dictate the pace now.
Yeah.
Then we get first of the attack modes. So obviously they get 2 attack modes, 8 minutes. Maloney takes an early one, which does allow him to move up a lot, but I think it's
Mhm.
you're a bit crazy to take it that early.
Too early. Yeah.
Ticktum takes it lap 10, gets into the lead.
Mhm.
Yeah, at this stage we should mention Motara because his front wing is damaged, is like hanging off.
It's hanging off.
He should
Yeah.
have got the meatball flag, I think.
Yeah.
He
But
was hit by
eh.
Roland, who was avoiding Evans, so I don't think
Mhm.
anything came from it. But it did look dangerous
It
to
was
me.
just yeah. Yeah, it was just hanging off. Like
Yeah,
it was flapping around. I was waiting for it to fall off.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they should have been black and orange flagged.
I think so, but it didn't
But it
actually seem
wasn't.
to affect his pace because he actually gets into the lead. So
Yeah.
he takes attack mode and he gets into the lead. So yeah, maybe that front wing doesn't do anything anyway.
I don't think it does.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah.
still, it would cause I guess they decided that whatever way it was being held on, it wasn't going to fall off. But if it had fallen off, it would have he wouldn't have been able to stop, and so
Mhm.
either takes himself into the wall or takes a load of people out as well. So
Yeah.
they should have
Dangerous.
they should have made him pit and replace it, I think. But
Mhm.
again, the stewarding in Formula E, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows how they decide to do things?
I think they
Uh,
spin a wheel.
yeah. So everybody else has taken the attack modes, but the Andretti's aren't. So Dennis and
Mhm.
Drogovic, they drop back to P9, P10. We I don't know. In the commentary, they were saying right, they've screwed up by doing this,
Yeah.
but turns out they hadn't. So
Mhm.
Dennis does take it and gets himself back in the lead. So yeah, it turns out he did the correct thing to do. Then we have a couple of incidents. So first,
Mhm.
Dan Ticktum launches
Yeah.
himself into the air, crashing into
Yeah.
the back of Evans.
Yeah.
I don't think you can argue anything about this.
I can't argue anything against that. That was just
Just a
shit. I don't know
mistake.
what he was doing. Was he just thinking about something else? I don't know. Just went straight to the back of him.
Yeah, just
Um.
breaks too late.
Yeah.
Just messes up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he does get the 10-second penalty for
10
that,
second penalty. Yeah.
which I think is, well, fair enough, fair enough.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Not gonna fight that one.
then a lap later, we get Evans and Maloney are going around the hairpin, and
Mhm.
that it sort of looks like that somehow their wheels sort of lock together, and they both go off, and they completely block the track. Then, so
Yeah.
Ticktum, I think, goes into the back of Marty. I think some other people crash as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was ruled a racing incident.
Mm.
I think,
Interesting. Yeah.
yeah, I think because they said possibly Buemi hit the back of Evans, which caused them to. It's a bit. It seemed from reading the little statements, the documents. It seems like Buemi basically said Yeah, I could have done that, and like they decided to use that to say nobody's at fault. So
Yeah.
yeah, very
Oh
odd.
well.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I
Stewarding.
yeah, I couldn't decide really. I think probably racing incident is it's just one of
Hmm.
those weird things that happens sometimes that you can't really assign blame because it looked like they gave each other room. It looked like
Yeah.
they were doing like a normal kind of side by side racing, and yeah, just weird.
Mm.
No, what did
Very
happen
strange.
was that they threw the red flag
Yes.
immediately, basically.
Immediately. And there was a lot of talk about was this the right thing to do? Or was it a bit trigger happy?
Yeah,
But for like looking at it, there was a lot of cars there.
yeah. Like from
But
what I saw, I was like, that's definitely going to be a red flag because it's going to take ages to get all those
yeah,
cars out of there. But as it turned out, they got themselves
most of
out.
them moved.
Yeah,
Yeah, they all moved themselves. So
Tictum was very eager to get going again. Basically, took off his own
yeah,
front wing to get out of there.
yeah.
He's like, I'm not getting caught up in this. And
Yes, and then ended up speeding under
yes,
the red flag.
it turned out he sped under the red flag and well, got a penalty which will convert into a three grid place drop next race. So
Hmm.
bad for him. Maloney also
Yeah,
done for speeding under the red flag. So same for him.
yeah.
So yeah, silly mistake for Tictum to make. But
Hmm.
yeah, but well,
Yeah.
yeah, I think they came and said that like they threw the red flag because they wanted to check that the wall wasn't damaged, but they weren't in the wall. Nobody was in the wall, so
No.
I thought that was. I think they could have left it a bit longer to see if the track would clear. Like I think they were a
Yeah.
bit yeah.
Again, just a job for either a safety car or local yellows, really, because it's just that one bit. But
Well, like the whole track was
well,
blocked, so
probably
I
it's
think
yeah. Well, yeah, full course yellow then. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know. They're I get it because it looked like it was a big incident.
yeah,
But if they'd waited like a couple of seconds,
yeah,
like Dan got going basically almost immediately,
yeah.
and then once he'd moved, everyone else kind of was able to move. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it
don't.
it solved itself very quickly. Like it's one of those where it's like either you don't throw it and then something bad happens, or you do throw it and it is easily cleared. Like
Yeah,
you can't really win, I guess.
yeah. It may have been also where the other cars were on the track that maybe they had to be like, okay, if we're going
Yeah,
to call the red flag, we got to do it now so they can get in the
do it now.
pits.
Yeah,
And but
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Anyways,
yeah.
yeah, it did mean that a few people got pretty lucky here.
Mhm.
Not Barnard. He had like like 6 minutes of attack mode left, and
Yeah,
he was in the
poor
middle of it,
Taylor.
so he got screwed. But
Yeah.
quite a few other people hadn't taken attack mode and got really lucky.
Mhm.
Roland, Nato, Degrassi, DaCosta, super lucky because he hadn't looked on it this weekend. Gunter, Dennis still had his. So, yeah, really good news for a lot of people. And also, it turns
Mhm.
out under the red flag, you get to cool your batteries. So when
Yep.
the race will get going again, not only do you get your attack mode, but your battery's more efficient as well. So,
Yes.
yeah, very lucky for a few people.
Mhm.
In the red flag, you're allowed to fix your car, but you drop to the back. So a few people were able to fix the car. Morata,
Mhm.
I think, wasn't going to fix his car, but they
Mhm.
did tell him to. They said you had to
Yeah.
finally. Same with Evans. Like they tried to go out without a rear wing, but
Mhm.
they weren't allowed.
Obviously.
Yeah, exactly. I
As if they
just
tried, as if they even tried it.
yeah,
Like, come on. Silly.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, race does restart. Dugridge gets ahead of Verline for P2. Then Mortara retires. Do you know what happened to him?
Mhm. The same thing that happened to Nico Hulkenberg.
Yeah, he got kill switched.
Yeah, he got kill switched.
That's mad.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Insane that it's happened twice in 2 weeks.
Yeah, something
That's weird.
I would have said is like 1 in a million, or maybe like
Yeah,
1 in 10,000 chance, and yeah, it happens 2 weeks in a row.
yeah,
Mad.
happens twice. Crazy.
Yeah. So he has to retire. Yeah, as I said, DaCosta, yeah, he's up there. He takes attack mode. He
Hmm.
takes P1, but maybe bit. Yeah, I don't think he's not going to win it, but yeah, he's up
Yeah,
there.
up there.
Then Nato, oh, Nato gets crashed into by Verline, gets put
Hmm.
in the wall by Verline. Verline gets a penalty, 5 second penalty here. We also learn, oh no, this is mad. We also learn that DaCosta, he's managed to get to P1, but it turns out he has a 5 second penalty from like basically the start of the race. But it took them ages to decide it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was also Nato. Nato was beat up again. So they claimed that he moved under braking,
Yeah.
which when you see the replay is really like I think the cost is a bit unlucky to get that penalty. It doesn't.
No, no, he's never unlucky.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Is like,
He
well,
deserves every penalty he gets.
if it wasn't for
Sorry.
this, he probably would have deserved it for something else. So yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
um, yeah. So yeah, we do get well, we get a full course yellow, so essentially a virtual safety car for this incident. So for this, so yeah, it doesn't mess with the race too much. Few laps to go. DaCosta, Roland, Dennis, they've got attack mode left. Dennis gets into P1, Verline's in P2, but he has the penalty. Then, well, Roland was up there, but manages to put himself into the wall. It was
Yeah.
pretty silly mistake. We do get another full course yellow. Marty had just overtaken, I guess, De Vries just before the full course yellow, so
Yeah.
he's allowed to
Yeah.
keep that spot. And we get again the green-white
The green white
checkered.
checker.
Get one lap of racing at the end, but yeah, thankfully not as dramatic as an IndyCar. So the way it ends, Dennis, then
Hmm.
Drugovich, but guess
Yeah.
what? Drugovich, 5 second penalty after the race.
Penalty. Yep.
He crashed into Verline apparently, so he drops down a few places. So it turns out Marty is P2 and Nick De Vries P3.
Yeah.
Then we've got DaCosta, Drugovich, Günther, Müller, Verne, Barnard, and Degrassi. So
Yeah.
Degrassi started P60, finishes P10. So good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah.
Oh,
So I got spoiled by Pepe Marti P3, but this was before the penalty had been
yeah.
thingied. So like watching before the red flag, him being like P16 and going, I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And also then thinking, is this just like, have I seen an old post from Monaco? Is that what happened? I don't understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the brief hope that, oh, if Pepe gets P3, then maybe Dan won. Um, no, 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 no.
Yes. Oh, I should also mention Nick De Vries. So he had a 5 second penalty, but they took it away after the race.
Oh,
So he
that's
got
nice.
moved back up. And the reasoning for this is really bizarre. The
Because he
reason,
won Le Mans, that's why.
maybe, yeah, basically, that's it, is that they said because the incident where he should have got this 5 second penalty, the steward or whoever the hell's in charge of things decided to give him a black and white flag for like bad
Oh,
driving, meant that it was already dealt with. And so you can't get a
oh.
penalty. So, what the fuck?
That's preferential treatment because he's a Le Mans winner
I
now.
think
I think
so.
that's what it
I
is.
think so
Yeah.
because surely, if you're driving dangerously enough to get the flag, you should get the penalty as well. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
bizarre,
Weird.
bizarre.
Very weird.
Anyway, really odd.
Very Formula E.
Yeah, yeah. In the championship, it's really strange. Top four in the championship, none of them scored points.
Yeah.
So Evans, Roland, Mortara, and Verline. Verline did finish the race at least, but yeah, didn't get any points. So really odd. So they basically just stay the way
Hmm.
they are. Jake
Yeah.
Dennis moves up to P5 with his win. DaCosta moves to P6 with another okay result.
Hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, no change at the top. So all that work, all that randomness. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Is that incredibly random race, but like on paper, Dennis starts P1, ends P1, but like,
Yeah.
it's not the story. Yeah, mad.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's what you get with Formula E, right? It is.
Yeah. It's Formula E for you.
Let's end on our usual features. Firstly, I guess, well, how was the racing this weekend?
Do you know what? Random and fun,
Yep.
and the red flag aside, not overly long, if you know what I mean. Like sometimes a race weekend can feel like it's dragging out for ages and ages and ages.
Yeah.
And this was like Formula E on Saturday, IndyCar on Sunday, and both very good races. So
Yep.
not mad about it at all.
Yep. Yeah. No, I totally agree. I did also seek out a little bit of Freck and a little bit of Indy Next to watch as well. But yeah. Then, do we have the actual driver of the day?
I mean, can I say Marcus Armstrong? Because it wasn't his fault that his car died,
of
and he
course.
would have won. So I'm going to say Marcus Armstrong.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know who. I'll go for Pepe Marti just to annoy you.
Fuck off.
But yeah, I mean, he's the future of that team, isn't he? So
Stop it.
he's proven it.
I'm
Then,
not having it.
do we have an attack mode?
The only things for attack mode are things that already annoy me and we've talked about before. So just like, but like just I guess the stewarding being annoying, things changing that I don't like, which is not a reason to be angry at stuff. Spoilers, again, that happened to me. I don't know. There's not one thing that's really, really annoyed me this weekend. So
yeah,
it's been a relatively calm weekend.
Fair
so
enough.
maybe we have no attack mode this weekend. Maybe we say no attack mode.
Yes.
Emma's finally chilled out a little bit. For now, for 1 week.
Well, yeah, until next week. Next week is Formula 1, Formula 2 at the Red Bull Ring in Austria.
Yes.
And if you want a bit more, there's IMSA at Watkins Glen, another nice American road track, which sadly IndyCar don't race at anymore. But it would be nice in the future. But yeah, nice. Red Bull Ring, Red Bull home race, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure it will not be another abject failure and disappointment for everyone at Red Bull.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions or comments, our email address is theoutsidelinepod@gmail.com.
We are also on Blue Sky at The Outside Line Pod.
Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.